What's up, YouTube? I'm pissed off, man. I had a nice seat set up and everything. I was gonna sit there and shit, deliver the message. I was gonna be like, yeah, man, yeah. I damn near don't feel like doing this video, but I know I want to because I've been waiting days and days and days, and somebody on YouTube inspired me. So this video is about white and black races. It's about white and black racism and the agenda behind it, the agenda they share. The agenda of white and black races is to simply divide us. That's all it is. Black races sit around trying to convince their brothers and sisters that, oh, whites ain't no good, they evil, we gotta stay away from them. If we can't get rid of them, we want to keep them out of our areas. We don't want them to come down to where we're at. We don't care if it is the ghetto. We don't want them where we're at. We don't like white people. We can't stand them. We can't do that. We can't do this. You can't be with white women. You can't be with white men. And then vice versa. It's the same thing. Racist white man, you know, what I began. And it's just like same shit. Oh, they're doing this. They're fucking up our country. They're fucking up our economy. Blah, 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 this. Blah, 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 that. It's just always something. Always. With both of these groups. Racist black people think all white people are lazy. Racist white people think all black people are lazy. Black people think whites have this super privilege that allows them to do shit while being lazy at the same time. And whites say that blacks have the government and that they don't do shit and just don't have to work and can just sit on their ass all the time. One second. Hello? She's not here right now. She's at work. No. No problem. Damn, fucking up my video, man! Fuck! Big fan of the Hot Twins. But anyway. You know, they both have an agenda. They both have an obligation to make both groups believe that the other group is just a bunch of lazy fucks who get privilege because of the color of their skin. Have you ever thought that? Whites believe that blacks can sit on their ass because they get so much government help that they don't actually have to do any work. And you're like, yeah, I've heard that before. Okay, now think of this. Blacks think that whites get privileges not from the government, but just because of the color of their skin, kind of like how blacks get, you know, privileges because of the color of their skin from the government, that whites get these privileges, but as far as jobs. This is what racist whites and racist blacks. But I mean, you really took it out of, you know, if you really thought about it, a lot of these racist whites complain that they get to sit around and do nothing off of their money. But then blacks are supposed to be lazy, but blacks complain that they can't get good jobs. Now, we all know that jobs require work. So that kind of defeats, you know what I mean? They're both trying to call each other lazy, but it doesn't really, to me, it doesn't really pan out to be laziness. One is told that, oh, well, all black people are mooching off of me. They are. They really believe that all black people are mooching off them. That their tax dollars are what keeps a black man's house or something like that. I don't know where the fuck that comes from. You know, they honestly believe that. And blacks believe that, you know, because they helped build the country, which they did. Let's get over that. Yes, blacks did help build the country. You know, because blacks helped build the country and put a lot of the money that is here today. It's time to come to terms to that. I don't agree with 90% of what blacks racists say. But there are some some tiny thing. But see, it's like my last video. It's not enough for me to, join in with them. No. There's some things that they say that is true. Whites didn't invent everything. Blacks didn't invent everything. Some of the most important things we have today were not just invented by white men. Even the PC was a joint effort. Even the PC had a black man involved in it. And he was the lead designer, the lead technician or some shit. Look it up. He has the original 2 or 3 patents out of 9 for the PC. Original 2 or 3 patents. And if you know anything about patents, that should blow your fucking mind. I didn't even know that. Somebody tell me that shit. There's a lot of black people that don't get the time of day when it comes to Black History Month. There are a few, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, the normal people, the famous people. They make it up there, but some of these people that, redesign, the stoplight and stuff like that, they don't get the time of day. I never even heard of this damn PC guy, until I looked him up, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know a black man held the original too, but you leave it up to people who are racist, and they'll say, well, that's because he was mixed, that was the only reason why he was smart enough to do something like that. And this whole thing that all mixed people are smart for some reason, I don't know where that comes from. I don't know. I mean, all these years, and there still is no proof that, IQ is genetic. Still no proof. But that's not enough for people. That all this is saying is that on one side of the field, I can already say, well, there's no proof, so it's already been decided that there's no way IQ can go down genetically. But you see somebody else is like, well, wait for it, and it's wait for it. That's their whole mentality. Just wait. One day somebody's gonna prove it. One day. Wait for it. That's all it is. It's a waiting game to finally, for somebody that's not racist, for somebody who has some real recognition, to actually come out and say blah 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 blah. See, some of these scientists have already played their cards, so you already know they're racist. So when they make stuff like that, everybody already discounts them. They're like, man, they're fucking racist, And then when somebody of actual credibility does a test like that, and they're like, well, actually, no. There is no proof that IQ is genetic. So black people aren't inherently stupider than whites. Nor are white people inherently weaker than blacks. Come on. Use your fucking brain. It's about what you do. Did you apply yourself in school? If not, then you're gonna come across a lot of people who are smarter than you, or people that actually apply themselves in school. Excuse me. But that's all it is. Now, my biggest thing is this. I did a video before this, but then I had to walk the damn dog out, so I kind of ruined it, and I was on a roll too. But I'm going to get into this right now before I reach that 16 minute mark. The black racist and white racist people have another agenda besides just dividing us. Their whole agenda is also to prove that black and white relationships cannot work, whether it's a white man, black woman, or black man, white woman. Now, let's say this right now, because I said this to another troll too. This guy's up sitting up here talking about, 90% of blacks, if blacks made up 90% of the country, then those 80% of those blacks would be on welfare, and he's under the assumption that most blacks are on welfare, even though less than half of them are. But the facts don't matter. Even though half of whites are on welfare also, the facts doesn't matter. See, I'm not like him, because I'm not gonna fucking, look at these whites on welfare. Well, that automatically means that they're not hardworking people. I know people on welfare, white people, but they work hard. They go to work every day. It's just sometimes you don't make enough. I don't know why that's so hard to understand. People think that becoming rich is just as easy as working hard. It's a lot of hard work, but you can also work very hard and end up nowhere close to successful. Understand that. And that's not towards white people, that's towards everybody. Please understand that. There's so many people who are uppity and believe that people are just poor just for the fucking fun of it. Because all they do is sit on their funky ass and play games all day. Understand people are not poor because they choose to be a lot of the times. There's some people, yeah, that are fucking bums. And they live house to house wherever they can go. They don't even mind being homeless. There are some people like that. But there are a lot of people that do not enjoy being poor. You really think somebody enjoys not being able to take a bath? Or having a phone and stay in contact with their families? You really think somebody enjoys being poor? Wake the fuck up. Now back to the subject. I'm sorry, but that pisses me off when people who are poor are just people who are poor use government help programs. I set out to be just these lazy asses that sit around all day. They wouldn't be on those fucking programs if they didn't need them. And there are those that take advantage of those programs. Most of the people on them actually need them. It's time to get that through your head. Just stop it. Moving on. It's just crazy. You just don't know how frustrating it is. But moving on. So, their whole agenda is to prove that white and black can't date each other. Blacks tell their own people that, you're subjected to the white man's scraps. And I wanted to talk about this in my very first video, but there wasn't enough room for it with the feminist thing. So, I'm finally starting to get in the habit of breaking up these videos. But, white feminists, white women only use black men as sex tools and sex toys, and these white men only have sex with black women because that's their toys and blah blah blah. First of all, let's get this straight. Black people use other black people for sex all the fucking time. White people use other white people for sex all the fucking time. We call those people dogs and hoes. They're in every culture and ethnic group. There are people that dog the shit out of people. They fuck them and run, hit and run, never call again. And there are people that hoes that go a whole bunch of men until they hit the jackpot, also known as gold diggers. They're in every group. But what I don't understand is this. Black racists and white racists put their own females down. Oh, I'm a white man and I love my white people. I have pride in my heritage. But you know what? I want to let you know something. White women are whores and gold diggers. They're only with you because they want to have a good time. But when it's time to be bored and settle down and get married, then they get a white guy for financial security. Do you know how fucking bad you make your white women sound? Do you know how bad you make your sisters sound? And the same thing goes for black men. I'm not being a simp or whatever you want to call it, but I'm just saying the facts. Do you know how horrible you make yourself sound? Our white women only want you in the prime of their lives, when they look the best, but they don't want you when they get older and decide to marry. You know how horrible that sounds? That's an insult to you. You can't. Your women want us or want those black men when they're in their prime, when they're having the most sexual fun that they ever will have in their life, memories that will never go away, the best memories of their lives, and then when it's time to finally come and settle down, they get with you. It makes it seem as if you can't get your own women when they're in their prime. That sounds stupid, and it's not true. That's stupid. And I'm not even gonna get on black men and black women because that's just a whole nother war that I'm not even finna get into. But their whole point is to prove that black men, black women, white women, black men, white men, black women don't get along with each other, don't fit well with each other, even though a lot of interracial couples and marriages work very fucking well. That's all I'm saying. A lot of these interracial marriages and stuff work well together. A lot of them prosper a lot better than same ethnicity background couples. Now I want to make this clear because there was another person I addressed on Maya Gamadi's video, and he's like, "Oh yeah, white men are better for black women because when you deny a black man, he calls you all out of your name. Oh, and that's exclusive to the black ethnicity group. No, everybody does that. Who doesn't? Who hasn't? Who hasn't experienced somebody saying, "Oh, I really like her. She's really sexy." And then when he gets dumped, "I didn't like that ugly bitch anyway. I'm not sweating that bitch." What female hasn't? I've had females ask me out, and then I would tell like my sister or something. She went and asked a girl I met at church about it, and the girl said, "No, I never asked him out. I mean, he don't look that good to me." But she was all in my face like, "Oh, you so cute. Oh, you need to dump your girlfriend and get with me." I'm just saying. Really think about that shit. I couldn't believe he said that. I'm like, there are still a lot. 80% of black couples are still together. They still marry each other. 80% of black men still marry black women. A small 15, 20% or so marry outside their race. It's not that huge. I don't know why everybody tries to, racist blacks and whites try to make it out to be like half of their race is dating another race. I don't know why. Or they make it seem like white couples are down to 20%